Do you remember and when we met? That day I knew you were my pet on Breakfast with Bob.
Poncho Man! Woo! All right. We're brought to you by HOKA, One, Polar, Halo Neuroscience, Velofix, Today's Plan, Normatec, Four Seasons Resort, Hualalai, and Triathlete Magazine. And we're at beautiful Huggo's on the Rocks, and hope you guys are getting brekkie. Our next guest, two-time Olympian, and she is a rookie here in Kona. Please welcome Sarah True.
Thank
Rookie.
you.
She was just saying that usually when we do our interviews, they're 45 minutes to an hour. And this is sort of like the Super League of interviews. These are like short races.
Short transition.
This is speed dating.
You got to
right?
get out, in and out,
Boom.
quickly, boom.
So, transition from Olympic,
Woo.
right? You
Nice transition,
nice
Bob.
transition, I know. And you had done a 70.3 years ago.
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But when you jump back in after the 2016 games, which one did you do, and what was the feeling?
So last spring, I jumped into Chattanooga 70.3. Wasn't really totally ready, but I'm like, let's do it. Let's have fun. It was kind of a test for whether or not I would call it a very happy, successful career or version 2.0, non-course, non-draft athlete phase. And I loved it. I had fun. Come October, a lot of people get the Kona bug. Thank you, social media, for making me an Ironman.
Social media did it.
Well, I don't know. I basically, beginning of October last year, woke up. It honestly was a light bulb epiphany moment. I have to do this Kona thing.
Right.
And basically that's been my mission, and here I am.
I love it. And your first time, was Frankfurt the first one?
First one. First and only.
So this is your second ever Ironman.
Second Ironman.
So how about this?
Go big or go home, man.
Yeah. We're talking a 2:54 marathon at Ironman Frankfurt to get second to the lovely Daniela Ryf. That's first time out doing this. So when you finish second to Daniela Ryf first time out and outrun her by 4 minutes, right? That makes you feel pretty good.
I think she had one of the fastest men's bike splits at that race, so
she wasn't running that high.
We had a different race. I was very happy with my race.
Yes.
But that's the bar. That's obviously the bar at the very top.
She is.
Coming from ITU, I'm used to racing the very best. I enjoy it. So, lining up next to Daniela at Frankfurt was a cool opportunity for me to see this is the best in the world. Let's see what I can do. Honestly, part of me was wondering if I could get through the race. That was the most important thing.
It's a long way, right?
It's a long way. I had never run over 30K, so just every kilometer I'm like, 31 kilometers. This is amazing. I've never run this far. And then you get 32. And I'll never have that experience again.
Right, yes.
But just, I had this huge grin across my face after, crossing, mostly because the entire bike ride, I'm thinking, how the heck am I going to run that far? And I ran that far, Bob.
And not just ran that far, you ran 2:54.
Well,
that's really impressive.
I'll take it.
So when you do that, and now you're in Kona, right? So good news, you're in Kona. Bad news, you're in Kona, right? You have to race the thing now. You have to do another Ironman.
This was the goal. This was the goal.
And you knew you had to do a full to get here.
Yeah.
So now you go from not doing any to doing 2 in a year.
Yep.
Right. So what did you do training wise leading from Frankfurt to here?
So basically this year's been about Kona. We went into Frankfurt, and I have a German coach, so he's very straightforward. He's like, Sarah, I have no idea how this is going to go. Your fitness it's decent. You will get through the race, but we shall see. I'm like, oh my gosh,
that light of confidence.
Talk about lowering expectations. He's like, you will make it through the race. I'm like, oof, I made it through. And now the next phase, post Frankfurt, after I got
Was he surprised?
Oh yeah.
How you did in Frankfurt?
Yeah, his I think he was a little, because honestly, I just kind of been plugging along with training and we just weren't getting a lot of response. And finally, early June, so a month before, we're like, okay, you can probably get through the race at this point. But it just took me that long. So basically, since Frankfurt, we've built on that fitness.
Right.
And now, German expectations are, you are capable of a good result. So I'm gonna strong words.
Yeah.
Strong words. I'm gonna take capable of a good result and run with it.
So your husband, Ben True.
Yes.
One of the premier track guys for the U.S. He's over here, right?
Yes.
Has he been digging this whole triathlon thing?
It's a totally different world. So I think he's a little overwhelmed. It's been nice having him around because obviously, having your family, it's always nice to have around, especially iconic races, moments like this. But the first few days he would come back, he's building back his fitness, doing, 6 mile, 8 mile runs. He'll come back, he's like, this is terrible. I can't believe anybody would run in this. I'm like, dude, I have to run a marathon in this after riding,
swim 2.4, 112.
Exactly. And he's like, I'm dying right now.
And
like
he's a
this,
professional runner.
Like such
that gives you a lot of confidence.
Such a
Put him
baby.
and your coach together.
Oh my
That's
goodness,
great.
I
Just
know.
put you through negative bound.
You're supposed to be here to build me up, not like make me wonder how I'm gonna get through.
This sucks.
Oh well,
I can't believe it.
This is so extreme. I'm like, you just ran 6 miles. Let's put this into context. Yeah. So I'm rethinking having him here. No, it's good. It's good. I mean, when I decided I wanted to do this race, Ironman in general, his first comment to me, honestly, was, "You have to qualify for Kona because I want to see it in person." We're both such fans of the distance. We've been following it for years, so that to actually be able to experience. I mean, this is triathlon. Like, Olympics was awesome, but the Olympics are about Olympic sport. Kona is about
triathlon, just triathlon.
It's just
You're
triathlon.
the only sport is this.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you go to the Olympics, you got the got the badminton
totally.
guys, you got all the different sports.
And it's cool in its own right. But
and who cares about that?
Yeah.
They're playing badminton.
Well, they do.
Cares?
They do. I mean,
they might.
They have their equivalent of Kona right now, and they're super offended by it.
Oh, I know. Thank you. I'll hear from all those badminton guys. I'll take them out.
They're diehard.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, fastest racket sport in the world.
Thank you for knowing all your badminton trivia. I'm glad you came to the table with that. That is really good.
You weren't expecting that in this interview.
No, I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay, how's your table tennis? Are we going to go there, Dex? No.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go back to your first Olympic experience.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, fourth.
Yes.
The great thing is I'm fourth in the world. That's awesome. The bad thing is I missed the podium, right? By what, 10 seconds?
Thanks for bringing back bad memories.
I thought so. I figured you led with your German coach. You led with your husband who's saying this sucks and I can't believe anybody can run in here. I figured it's time to bring this up.
But from you, Bob, I don't expect that. I expect positivity here.
That's about as positive. But fourth place. I mean,
yeah.
I know. But then you spend 4 years, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then
are you really bringing this down?
No.
Okay.
4 years. And then you realize after, Rio, you got to either move on and get a real job.
Yep.
Or then that's not in the picture.
Possibly.
Or go to find another sport. Or I'm in a sport, but it's different.
Yeah.
How different is this than that ITU? Because ITU racing you've got 100 some people on a barge jumping off into the water, beating the crap out of each other in the swim.
Yeah.
And then you're 2 inches apart from each other, drafting throughout the bike. You could finish in the same competition, the same exact women. You could finish first or 50th, a week apart, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I loved that stage of my career.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what's the biggest difference. I mean, obviously, it's still swimming, biking, running. Biggest difference is that this is far more time trialing. You know what you are capable of. You stay within that because it's a long race. And if you overextend, there's no coming back. But ITU is all about kind of overextending to be able to be in the right position. It's very reaction-based racing. So you're reacting based on how everybody else is performing.
Right.
Just it doesn't matter if I'm first into T2.
Right.
Like, here, unless you're
You got
actually
a 20-minute lead. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have to back it up.
Right.
You know, you're looking for seconds. In ITU, seconds, I can have incredible transitions here. It's not going to make or break my race, unfortunately.
Right.
I mean, I have that part actually nailed. So
I bet you out-transition everybody.
I'm really bummed that having a fast transition won't help.
It won't do anything.
No, I know.
But last year, when you got fourth at Chattanooga, right? And
More force.
But yes, another fourth. But that's World Championship.
Yep.
First time there.
Yep.
Every top woman in the world is there. It's one thing that to qualify to get there, but when you go up against the very best, and Daniela Ryf is there, you like that big stage, right?
I like racing. I like racing the best. It's fun. Yeah.
And you're going to have it here. I mean, that's the thing that separates this race from every other race in the long distance sport. It doesn't the athletes here are everybody's the best, right?
Yeah.
You got all the winners of every Ironman around the world, and those folks are all they care about is winning this race. You probably have 30 women here who think they can finish top 5.
Yeah.
You don't see that anywhere else.
I think it would be really cool, and obviously Ironman can take this with a grain of salt, because I really don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be really cool if there were only pro races at the regional championships, so that way, we had 5 races where it's incredibly good racing, so we have multiple opportunities to race each other.
Yeah.
And then you had the final showdown in Kona. But, eliminate pro races from all the other races. You just make
those age group races, and then just have.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great?
I like it. It's better for television.
Better for television. I think it'd be more fun for the racers,
You've got a future in that. I like it.
We'll see.
So
is this it?
This is. I hate to say it.
Are we wrapping up?
No, but what we're going to do is.
I was about to ask you for tips because you know everything about Kona. We even talked about the fact I'm a rookie. I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Exactly, and I think you should go with that.
Okay.
Just follow the person. You know what? You swim out, and there's a boat.
Okay.
You turn right, and there's another boat, and then when you run out of water, you get out. Try to find your bike, and then ride out the Javi. The only reason Dave Scott won this race 6 times, this is the only race in the world he couldn't get lost on. Right? Period. You're going to have a great race.
It'll be fun.
Sarah True, everybody. 2-time Olympian. Love it.
Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet on Breakfast with Fun.
Poncho Man.